What up, y'all? It is Thursday night, and if it's Thursday night, hey man, we about to react to some. Well, usually funny videos. We got something different. Ain't gonna be no videos because YouTube will shut us down for doing what we about to do. We're gonna do something a little bit different though. Uh, hey, people been talking, so we got to talk about it. But before we get all that, it's the Audible React Show. I am half of that dangerous crew that is Bobby G and Wildcard Mar. What's happening, Brody?
Ooh, I like that word. It's simple, but I like it. It's effect dangerous. Yeah, we feeling
Dangerous.
yeah, we feeling real dangerous today. Uh hey man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I disclaimer, we about to have a real show. We about to have a real conversation about Lil Wayne. And if you ain't ready for it,
Young Moolah, baby.
but still hit that like, share, subscribe before you hit that dough. But if you're not ready for this real conversation about Lil Wayne, just hit like, share, subscribe, come back when the show ends, and then come back and watch anything else content that we got, because we're gonna keep it real tonight.
Yeah, we talk. That's just been a hot topic. Hey, some people digging it, some people not. Uh, are you a stan? Are you a fan? Are you a hater? Or are you just keeping it a buck? I mean,
Mm.
whichever way it go, we just gonna give you our 2 cent, try and make a buck.
Mhm.
Uh, but yeah, y'all heard it, man. Before you do anything, please, for us, it's free of charge. Make sure you follow them directions on the screen and go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe if you're
Mm.
new. Turn your notifications on so you know when we're here and you can be heard. You can join us and have some fun, which is Thursdays, 10:05 Eastern, 7:05 Pacific.
Pacific.
Ain't T checking in.
Ain't he?
Ain't T. This would be one she can enjoy. She's original hip hop head.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm glad, matter of fact, I'm glad you're here for this, Auntie. I'm actually glad for you here.
um, Before, hey man, cut the sauce because we usually try and keep it short and sweet. So yeah, man, let's get to it. Y'all know what it is. Let me see the track listing here.
Mm.
Bam, there it is. Like I say, man, people been all over the place. I've heard 100 people give 100 different opinions about the album. Carter Six, part of the biggest part of Lil Wayne's legacy. The Carter series. Uh, it's I, I, to me, I believe with the record that really put him on the map was what the Carter Three. That was like his breakout.
Album?
Yeah,
Yeah. Carter 3. Yeah, Carter 3 is
yeah,
probably the breakout
the
album. If you're
big
asking, like,
breakout. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
when he went
yeah.
from like star to mega star, like the Carter Three.
When he crossed over from just being hip hop to being transitional to all genres, yes.
Yeah. And now here we are, man. 10 years later, we have the Carter Six, and usually what you like to see from an artist is growth, especially man. Hey, Little Wayne is 42.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't we ain't wobbly wop. We ain't that
Nah,
Lil Wayne no more.
nah, nah.
We ain't. Hold on, let me see if I can get my voice right. We ain't. Wee. We ain't that Lil Wayne no more. Um, we grown Wayne. People. I think people expect to see some kind of growth. And I'll be admit before we really get into this conversation, I am not the biggest Lil Wayne fan. Now, before all the stand, I'm not a hater. That I don't dislike him. I acknowledge the fact that he has done some things that have transcended hip hop. I mean, he was part of a conglomerate that got the word bling put in the dictionary. Do you know what I mean? That speaks to something. Uh, when he dropped a millie, there was like the earth stood still. You know what I'm saying? I acknowledge he's just like I'm just not a huge like fan. I don't live and die with Lil Wayne. Um, so I'm gonna let that be known. But I don't hate the dude. I don't dislike him. He's just not my cup of tea. That's all. Uh, so with that, man. I mean, before we get into our thoughts, like what kind of things had you heard prior to listening to it for yourself?
I've heard a lot of like you. I've heard a lot of mixed bag of thoughts and feelings on the on the
Big
emotion.
Rod.
On
Shout out, Big Rod.
What up, Big Ryan? Yeah, I heard a lot of different opinions on Carter 6 before I listened to it. So I did my absolute best to not take what was said or anything that I've taken into account. So I kind of really pretty much just wanted to, turn off the noise and just, focus in. It was a lazy afternoon. I had nothing to do. I made sure I sparked up something real nice and fat. I was in my office doing some editing stuff. So I was like, you know what? Let me turn this album on. And I turned it on. Yeah,
For
man.
sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely heard a lot of mixed bag of emotions. I've heard more negative than positive. If I were to
Fair.
percentile it, I'd probably say more 70 rejection, 30% accepted.
I
If
think
that
that's
makes
fair.
sense.
Yeah, I think that's
So
fair.
yeah, if I was to throw it in a percentile, that's kind of what I've been seeing and been hearing. So, uh, hey, me and Bobby don't like to, just take the words of other people. So we always, do our own diligence and yeah. So whenever we're ready to talk about it, we can talk about it.
So, hey, let's take it. You know what I'm saying? One track at a time. We're gonna go straight down the list. And
Hmm.
and for me, I mean, every good project has an amazing intro. The
Yeah.
King Carter intro. Honestly, the intro got me ready to hear something because the
Mm,
sample that was used in that intro I heard before, and that it slaps. I
yeah.
can't remember where I hear, but it's something that's used quite often. Um, and yeah, it got me going. I was ready to hear bars. I was ready to hear a good presentation of music just based on the intro. So I give a W to the intro. Uh, no qualms with it.
Here's
What's your thoughts?
my only pushback. Here's my only pushback on the intro. On
Okay.
other Carters, especially Carter 1,
Mm-hmm.
well, I could say the other Carters, he came out spitting on his intros.
Okay. That's fair.
And so that was probably my only pushback I would have on that. I was like, because I was like you when I heard the intro, I was like, okay, it's a nice
Yeah.
little beat. Let's go. And then we just got the intro in no bars. So I was like, oh, okay. So I was kind of like taken back because other Carters, he's literally coming out spitting. So I'm just like, oh, okay.
Okay. And then which leads into, hey, welcome to the Carter. Um, welcome to the Carter. I feel was a solid first song. Like honestly, it the welcome to the Carter to me kind of sound like classic Wayne. It was almost giving the feeling like he was getting back into his normal bag, his usual bag. But production wise, I was a little disappointed because, like,
Mm,
again, that beat on the intro, like I'd heard it before, and it like took me to a certain level, and I thought the Welcome to the Carter kind of brought me down a little bit, not a whole lot, but a little bit, and it was like okay, but Welcome to the Carter, I knew I was listening to Wayne, I knew this was a Wayne album. It was like it kept me in the mode to listen to Little Wayne, and accept what I'm about to hear. So uh, I guess I'll call it a W. No problems with it from the transition from the intro to that being the first track. No problems with it at all. I'm good here.
yeah. No quarrels. Uh, like you said, it was kind of like, all right. I really didn't know what to really expect. So it's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
that track was just, I don't want to say monotone,
Right.
if that makes sense, but it was kind of like let's ease into this Carter 6. That's not.
Yeah.
It was a yeah. It was an easy
Mm-hmm.
welcome.
Exactly. Yeah. I like that. It was just easy. Y'all know what I do. I'm about to do
Yeah.
it. And that goes into track three, Bells.
Mm.
To me, this is the first L.
Oh
Um,
yeah. It was an L.
I was not. Uh, I wasn't really digging the hook.
Mm-mm.
I wasn't digging the production. I wasn't digging. Yeah, like it was just nah. This all to me almost sounded like a mixtape trap.
Now, Bobby, I will say this: I give him a good attempt to try to sample the LL Cool J.
Yeah.
All right, I give him credit. The only problem is my only pushback on Wayne doing that decision is the generation of music heads right now is going to be split because they're not going to know where that sample came from at all. They're not going to have any clue.
You can be right. I can't give you pushback on that. It's gonna take true fans of hip hop
Yes.
versus just your casual,
Mhm.
Wayne fan.
True hip hop
Uh,
heads, I picked up on that instantly. Like, oh, that's an ode to LL, but it just didn't
yeah,
hit
it
though.
just and especially in this. I mean, if you look at your 19 songs, you see where I got it broken down. It's almost like you had a beginning, a middle, and end. Almost like a good movie, you know what I'm saying, or a good book, a good story, a beginning, a middle, and end. I wouldn't have put that track in my first 5 tracks.
Nah, I
I would have said that either for close to the end of the middle or like the beginning of the end. But like I said, that I wasn't on it. Um, Hip hop. I'll let you take this one first.
don't. To be honest, this felt like uh, a moment that Big X got to knock off his career. Hey, I'm doing a track with Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it felt like. But I will say this: this is probably one of the more solid songs that was on there. If, in my opinion. But it was solid. Nothing that like had me going crazy. But hey, Big X is hot right now. You take advantage of that, uh, and that's just kind of what I felt like it was. It was like, hey, Big X is hot. Let's get a feature, and that's just what it was. It wasn't nothing crazy.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Big Ass the plug. He did his thing.
Hmm.
He did his thing. I enjoyed his verse. The song was just kind of eh, eh, you know. Again, I don't think I like the. I think more a placement for this song than like dislike. I think it should have been preceded by something else. Especially because man, you got me coming off of bells and then coming into that like I already got a bad taste in my mouth. Pause. Um, yeah, it just wasn't the right time. I need like if you want to follow up bells, the disappointment that you got to follow that up with a banger to me. Like
Yeah,
you got to bring me all the way back up, and
yeah,
hip hop just didn't do it like that.
I feel you.
Um,
Mhm.
Sharks. uh, Sharks.
Mm,
This is young today believe nothing happened before the year 2000 and
yeah.
everything
Hey,
blew up from
facts, Alan. What's up, AP?
there. Yeah. Here's where I'm gonna go. I would have preferred he put Sharks at number 4. I mess with Sharks. Sharks is a W for me. Um, Jelly killed the hook, and to me, Big Sean might have had the best verse on the whole CD,
I
on
ain't,
the whole project.
I ain't even mad at you for that one.
Like Sean, that was classic. That was classic Big Sean for sure. That was classic Big Sean. To me, he saved my list. I was literally about to just stop listening and be like, you know what, everybody's right.
It's crazy.
Big Sean, Big Sean brought me back in. Jelly Roll, the hook dope. I like the hook. I like the song. Wayne did his thing on there. Heck, Quad Cat, this might be the best song on the project.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, you definitely
so
give it more.
W,
It was okay.
W for me.
I thought it was all right. But I will say this: this was another moment that I thought, hey, Jelly was hot. Put him on the track.
Oh yeah,
Get him
yeah,
feature with.
yeah.
And that's what I felt like this track was. And more, I was definitely, I like the class of the country artists and the hip hop. That's the trend. So that's what I felt this track was. It was an okay track, but I 100% stamp exactly what you say about Big Sean. Uh, Easily the best bars on his whole album. Uh, I'm just gonna spoiler alert. If you're looking for old Wayne spitting bars, this is not the album you're looking for. This ain't it. This ain't it.
What do we got next? Not a band from NO.
That's supposed to be his highlight track of this album.
It was. I'll let you take the lead on this one because I got.
I mean, it was on the deluxe album. They already got the remix with Nicki on there, so
Right.
I know Auntie be happy about that. But I haven't heard that one, so I don't know if she's be able to save that track or not. It was for this to be supposed to be quote unquote his feature song of this album. It was.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get the. I, I didn't. I was disappointed with the lyricism. With Wayne in this whole album, I was disappointed with his lyrics. But this one,
Yeah, that's
if
fair.
this is supposed to be your featured track, band from NL, then this is supposed to be, I guess, the diss about him not getting the Super Bowl and whatnot. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to. I trust you, Auntie. I'm gonna have to hear it, but yeah, Wayne could, yeah, Wayne could
And
capture.
I'm a. That's almost. It's a good thing. A good thing you took the lead on that one because I was always gonna say. I heard. I guess what is the remix before I heard his solo version.
Mm,
So on the track list I was listening to, that came up first. So I
yeah,
thought that was the song,
yeah,
and it's a W. It is a W. Like, hey, Nicki did her thing on there. People know I'm not a huge Nicki Minaj fan. Hey, she did her
mm,
thing on there, and when you hear his verse in conjunction with hers, the song is a W. Now, what I
mm,
later discovered was it was him. That was a remix. It's not a part of
yeah,
the original album, and deluxe version or whatever. And that really made that disappointed me. So for this one, I'm split. Remix W without Nicki, it's
L.
a L. Yeah, but because I heard it out of order, like I have to give it a W, and like this version doesn't exist anymore. It's just for
Mm,
Nicki, especially because it's no different.
yeah,
He didn't. It's not a different verse from him. It's the same verse.
yeah,
So I'll give spoiler alert for you. Is his verse is the same. You just need to hear Nicki on there. That's what. And Nicki does kind of elevate the track. So uh, I give that
that
a half a W. I guess because you got to hear the remix.
a
You got
duh.
to hear the remix. Yeah,
You
it's
get
a
a duh.
duh.
Oh man, that's crazy.
What was the days? The days. Yeah, the Bono. Um,
Man,
I like what he tried to do.
yeah,
I the creative half of my brain appreciates what he tried to do. I was just not 100% with the execution. Uh,
I feel you because and I think that's going to be a common theme for as we talk about this is execution, uh,
yeah.
ex- execution with lyrics, production wise, and I'm just like this doesn't sound like one. So I was having a conversation with a couple of homies the other day, and we were
Mm-hmm.
talking, and so I felt like overall this was Wayne not being Wayne. I felt like he was experimenting a lot on his album.
Okay,
And
that's fair.
it felt like this was more of Drake's style of experimenting. This felt like a Drake album.
That's
It,
interesting.
when you kind of experiment and do so many different things. Like this track with Bono, like you said, I appreciate the attempt. It's the execution about it because at the end of the day, this is like a oh let me collab with Bono. That's a knock off the bucket list music career type situation, you
Yeah.
know. Because if you collab with Bono, like you pretty much stamped as an artist, so that's I kind of felt like that's what the situation was, and yeah, I'll be nice about it and just keep it at that.
Yeah, it's just it was. not a swing and a miss. It's more of a foul ball. You know,
Tipped it,
it's just
foul tip.
yeah, foul tip. Um, yeah. Um, Next,
Cotton candy.
probably yeah, my second favorite track on the album.
Yeah,
Uh,
actually, this one.
you got the Two Chains feature.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I like both verses. I like the production. Um, Solid track from both of them. Like I wouldn't put it like in a top five,
No,
10 for either of them,
no,
but
no.
on this project it stands out more
Yes, it
because
does.
the, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But I get that track a dub. Like I said, the production. I love the production. I think the placement of it is cool because it's right almost in the middle of the album where
Yep.
you kind of need a pick me up.
Yeah,
So
that's the best way you put it. That was the and this is why I say this was kind of felt like a Drake album because this would been like Drake's party anthem right here, and this was to me this was Wayne's party anthem right here because when you
okay,
put two chains on it, this is the one that you try to get you gonna probably play at the club try to get some some movement on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So I I'm with you. Perfect placement because it broke up some of the kind of
yeah,
ups and downs of the first part of the album, and then as y'all get into the rest of it, you'll kind of see it was
yeah.
perfect. Yeah,
Uh, yeah, like I say, good verses from both of them. I don't think either guy really outshined the other. It was just a solid track. I would not mind having this on my playlist in the whip.
I'll say this, Bobby, because Two Chains and Wayne got a couple albums together, so
True.
they they know how to pretty much bounce off each other pretty well, and I
True.
love their chemistry that they've always had on track. So this one I was actually kind of looking forward to because they got some bangers together that I absolutely still
Oh
bump to
yeah,
this.
for
So
sure. True. Missed Auntie's comment. She said she loved Wayne. He's a hip hop icon, but it's like one of his ops mixed this project.
like they wanted to fail, they wanted them to fail. They're like, yo, bro, you about to fail on this. Bro.
I mean, unfortunately for Wayne, his ops is right in his backyard. Maybe you know what I'm saying. Birdman mixed it.
That's wild. He said Birdman got me.
Uh, Number 9, Flex Up. I was not. Nah, I wasn't really feeling that one. Um,
Forgettable.
yeah, to me, this is just album filler.
Oh, fluff.
Uh, yeah. Um, what you got on it?
Exactly that. Fluff. Uh, hey man, throw that on the album. That's what he said. Man, throw that on the album, man.
Island Holiday.
That one wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
definitely.
sample wasn't bad.
I didn't dig it. I didn't dig it. Um, the next track really, 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 really disappointed me.
Low key theme.
Uh, Loki's theme, very disappointing. As you know, as most people know me, I'm a huge movie buff. Of course, in being that, I'm into the Marvel universe.
Hmm.
I'm all about that. I feel for the Marvel shows that were on featured on Disney Plus,
Hmm.
the Loki series is top three easy. It was one of the top three of the Marvel series to be featured on Disney Plus. Easy. If you know Marvel, you know what Loki's about, man. He's the
Yeah.
god of mischief. So when you name a song that, I'm looking for a certain sound. I'm looking for certain content in the bars. I'm looking for a certain presentation. Looking for you to take the song to a certain place or just be ironic with it. I'm gonna call it Loki's theme and I'm gonna flip it the opposite way and just go off. Or honestly, I wouldn't have mind if you would have freaking a Millie disc joint or 6 foot 7 foot, just went crazy with the bars, like just go off on some classic Wayne stuff like you do.
Mm,
It was none of that, bro, and it had none of, like, why is it named Loki's theme?
mm.
Like the production was, to me, was eh. Like, to if you're gonna title a song like that, and I'm sure, Wayne's, the demographic of his fans is within the realm of, they know who Loki is, and it are Marvel people.
Yeah.
No, bro, that's not, nah. Give me, nah. Take that one back and do something else with it. Uh, yeah, you got what you have on it.
Keep it moving, man. That was yeah.
Keep it moving. Shout out to Jay on MIC. He said, fellas, I didn't listen yet, but so far I've heard a lot of licensed tracks that will be on a lot of commercials and other media. I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure. Uh, I mean, if he makes it so that people can use it for free, sure, but I don't think anybody trying to put this. I don't think T-Mobile gonna have none of this stuff in the background.
Yeah, but
I was, yeah.
but at the same time, just because it's Wayne, I think that's where people will just use it for market purposes, just off of just GP because of who he is,
Uh,
and I mean sometimes this artists just fall into that lane where they just get sales just off a namesake, and I just kind of think this album is off a namesake, bro.
I can't debate that. Yeah. Um. Next track 12. If I play guitar. If I play guitar, you know what kind of vibes I got from this song? If I was a boy.
the his Beyonce
To
version
be
of it.
honest, yeah, this is the male version of If I Was a Boy. And basically, if I play guitar like I played by, I mean, it was like an attempt at a kind of real slick love song, I guess. Love,
See,
like a hip hop ballad.
I see. Is it starting to really come? What I said earlier, this is a Drake album. And he's experimenting a lot of things, a lot of different emotions, and a lot of different things. Trying to experiment on a lot of things. This really, this did not feel. I was like, man, he's acting like he Drake right now. He's trying to experiment in everything. I'm like, yeah,
Yes, I love that song. Oh, that's coming up. So, yeah, you might want to turn your TV off. Turn your TV off when we get to that. Jay say it's already on NBA programming so far. I mean, because it's new,
yeah.
not because it's hot, or a Wayne Stan is their music curator. That could be the case as well.
Mm.
But yeah, if I play guitar, and again, I think I like the concept. I just think the execution could have been better. Uh,
Keep it moving. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that
and
one either.
Loki has now got his cool. True, thanks to the correction, Jay. Yeah, on the last year he became the god of stories because, yeah, he basically keeping the timeline together. Um, 13 peanuts to an elephant. I'll let you lead off on this one.
I mean, I didn't know what I was getting into when the elephant noise came. I was, I, I did that really kind of set the tone of what the hell am I listening to? Yeah, I was waiting for like the beat to really like mature, and it never really did, and I
Hmm.
think that kind of really kind of soiled it for me because it was just that running. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah,
I
it had
was
like
I
an
was
'80s video game feel.
yeah, I was waiting for some type of I guess some type of bass line to drop in there to kind of like mellow it or mature it out, and then it didn't help when Wayne just kind of had like real immature lyrics on it too. So I'm just like, Yeah, I'm like it had potential. It just didn't. It's like that plane that just like the takeoff is good, and then I want you to lift off, but you hovering like I ain't. But you supposed to be in the air. You ain't a hoverboard. What we doing? So yeah, it just didn't take off. It just yeah.
I'm with you. Yeah, Jay said he about to listen to the rest. Just made it to Band from New Orleans. Make sure you check the remix to Band to from New Orleans too as well, Jay. Um, Takes with fentanyl flows. No, T
Hey,
said we need to open our minds.
you a fool for that,
um,
Auntie. I did
yeah, the
open up my
opening
mind.
of the mind. Yeah, it's just it's not landing like where I needed to land.
I was under the
Uh,
influence of good Kush, so I was open.
um, Rari next. Track 14. Rari. A
Next,
shout out to Cameron Carter. You know
hey, yeah,
his son is Cameron the oldest or the middle?
I don't know. He got too
I
many
don't
kids.
know. It's his son with Lauren London. That's their kid. Um,
I can't
and
keep up.
shout out to him for putting them on there, man. It's not a terrible song. It's not a bad song, but it's an album
Yeah,
song. It's filler. Um,
yeah.
Cameron did add something, add a little bit something to it. I'm not gonna lie. He did his thing, and this kind of reminded me of what was the name of the joint that Nas did with his dad.
Oh, I can't remember. Right? But
You know what I
we
mean?
see, but I know what you're talking about because we seen tracks like that where they
Yeah,
get the family members on there and uh,
yeah,
hey, I appreciate it. That's
yeah. It's a
I
check
can
for
always
life.
yeah. It's one of them. So um, but like you said, as in placement on the album is definitely just hey, just showing that I'm a family man. Hey, I'm Wayne, the dad. So yeah,
With it, Maria,
I actually didn't hate this one.
classical.
Yeah,
I don't know how I really feel about that. I mean,
I, I'll be
I
honest,
don't think it
Bobby.
was an L,
No, I don't think it was a full L. I'm with you though.
but it was just something didn't. It, I don't know. Like I don't know how to explain it. It was again. And I love concept albums, so or records.
Hmm.
Um, I respect the hell out of the concept. I don't. I just don't know what quite didn't land for me. Like it was just something just won't click all the way for me. So again, I'll credit it to execution. I think it just could have been executed a little bit better to make it hit a little bit harder.
Hmm. Okay.
But, but yeah, I definitely respect the hell out of the attempt. Not a lot of people will venture off and try and use classical music.
Hmm.
Uh, so hey, shout out for the attempt. What you got on it?
What I gathered from it, so obviously it's called Maria, and then you got Wyclef on there, so you kind of
Yeah.
in the his Maria with Carlos Santana and product
Mm,
GMP that he had. So and then you take Andrea Bocelli's Maria version, and then I think that's what they were attempting, kind of had like some kind of fusion of it. And so I kind of I get what you're saying, but for me, I actually the Andrea Bocelli kind of ad libs, like for me, really kind of
Thank you,
grabbed.
Auntie.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
That kind of grabbed me. The ad lib of Bocelli grabbed me, so I was like, okay, so that's why I kind of it stands out for me on that note, and so that's why I'm kind of like I really didn't hate this track. So
right.
that was kind of fly. So
I can dig it. We got next. Oh, being myself. Um, mm, yeah, I can't really call this L. It's just to me just sounded like album filler track. Um, decent, decent production, decent part. Like it's just it'll be one of those tracks that you could if you're on the drive and it comes on, yeah you could listen to it, but you could easily hit that skip button and keep it pushing. Uh, go for it.
I was actually kind of disappointed that this was a Manny Fresh track.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
this don't even. I don't know. Maybe my standard of a Manny Fresh track is different. I don't know. It just didn't sound like a Manny Fresh track. So I was like, yeah. I gave it an attempt because I saw Manny Fresh was on it. I was like, when you got that little taco meat that's been in there a couple of days, you're like, I don't know if I should eat this, but I'm starving and I'm broke. What do I do?
uh, what's next? What's next? What's next? Moolah coming in. Let you
Forgettable.
take the lead on it. He's so
Forgettable.
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 uh, it, yeah, yeah. I'm I might have to give it to Jay. This sound like a fentanyl track.
A fentanyl
It
track.
sound like a fentanyl track.
It's
Uh,
crazy.
Now, track 18, probably the most interesting title on the whole project. Alone in the studio with my gun, especially if you know anything about Wayne and his history with guns. And you know,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
when I saw the title, I expected some deep story, some maybe some life reflection. You know, uh, it kind of got me in the mode to hear something like "Sing for the Day" by Eminem.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was ready to hear something like that. Like, okay, Lil Wayne, you're 40 now. Get me the whole, go through the whole spectrum of your life.
Yeah.
And it was not that. Um, there wasn't that at all. Um, and I guess that might play the biggest role of why it didn't land with me. Like, I don't know, you take it, man. Like
I
it's
just I didn't understand the direction where he was going with it. I I don't understand the feature with Machine Gun Kelly. I
mm,
I,
who
I don't
was
understand.
just a hook.
Yeah, he was just on the hook. Um, but I mean, I guess that's Machine Gun Kelly Lane now. I don't know if he's rapping anymore. He's doing more like the rock alternative kind of music now. So I mean, and this was that type of track. Um, yeah,
By Kodak.
I didn't get none of this. When when did Kodak? How did it?
Kodak sounded like he recorded his verse and then told him to cut the beat on.
Again, execution. When we talking about
Yeah.
execution, I mean, goodness gracious. Oh, yeah. Some of my peoples was like they liked like almost 8 to 9 tracks, and I'm like, I don't see it. I'm like, ugh. Like, it was tough to like 8 to 9
Yeah.
tracks, and they didn't say like they were like great, but that they were good. I'm just like, I thought that was kind of generous. Um, Written History wasn't too bad to close it off though. It was probably one of the more solid tracks that he probably had on this album.
I wasn't digging it.
Not bad.
Yeah, I wasn't digging it. But yeah, go yeah, finish your
Yeah,
thought
I
on it.
mean, it, this is probably unfortunate. Like I said earlier, I didn't like Wayne's lyricism in this album as a whole. This was probably
Mm.
maybe more better ones. It, it was just so hard. This album, man. When I say this was hard for me to get through, this was hard for me to get through.
Um,
And
did
I'm a Wayne.
anything you did anything that you heard before hearing the album for yourself kind of stick with you after you listened to it?
I I heard about how the production was kind of all over the place and just didn't sound buttoned up.
Okay.
Uh, and then when I heard it, and then Elephants is pretty much the greatest example of what I heard. And then I was like, and so I gave it a fair shot, like for real. Like I even went back and listened to it again. So I gave it two listen throughs, like no distractions, and I'm just kind of like, uh, I'll put it to you this way: on a scale of 1 to 10 on replayability, it's like a 2 or 3 for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that I can agree with that. Um, but I tell you, just like I asked you. For me, I had saw the Joe Budden podcast. They put a clip up. They spoke on the album, and shout out to the cast at the Joe Budden podcast. The guy was his name Parks.
Hmm.
He had said something. He said the album sounded like almost like they were cleaning out pre-recorded tracks. Like they had stuff in the bag and it's like, hey, put this on. That sounds. Put this on there. That's and after listening to it, like I 100% agree.
Mm.
Like it just sounded like things he had done that he's just like,
Just
okay,
sitting in
let's
the
put
vault.
this on there. Yeah, it's in the vault. Let's put this on there. Like, cause it's just like you say. Like the project has no flow to it at all. It's like no singular direction of the album.
Mm.
Um, the and what makes that statement like resonate me with me so hard is with everything you hear about the album, people say, "Hey, I like it," or majority of people not happy with it. We'll just say that. We won't say they're just not happy with it. The consistent thing you hear is people enjoy either the first 5 to 7 tracks, and then they'll say, "Hey, I like the first 5 to 7 tracks," and the rest is just
Fades. Yeah.
so. And that's what made that statement resonate with me more because it's almost like if you listen to it, you could be like, "Yeah, like these are like he just made these like within the last 2 3 months." The
Hmm.
rest of these songs are old as hell, and he just put them on there to get the album done. And that's exactly what it sounds like. Like,
Here's a part of six.
right. And for me, my own ears, like when I listen to it, um, the last half of the album sounds like an old rapper trying to fit in with the new generation.
Oh, is that not a Drake shit? I'm trying to tell. And my peoples was like, "Yo, when you said that, I was like, they kind of thought about it. I was like, bro, it was like this is literally like some shit that you would get from Drake. This is experiment. He's in there in the lab because. So here's the thing. Like you said, he's 42. I'm looking for
Yeah.
a mature,
Yes.
grown up lyrics, and I got none of that. I got kind of like glimpses of it, but I didn't like
Mm-hmm.
as a whole. I didn't get none of that. And for me, it was very disappointing because if you put up the Carters, all right,
Mm-hmm.
Carter 1 is my all time favorite. Carter 2 was solid for me. I could tell that he was starting to turn to that, like, all right, I'm about to start crossing over to, different fan bases, start, hitting to that pop scene and go global.
Right.
Then Carter 3 came out. That's when a milli, that's global. So that's
Yeah.
global Wayne at that point. So
Yeah.
that's that's no longer block is hot boy Wayne. All right,
No.
that's global Wayne. So that's for me. That's when I put the cutoff for me for Wayne. That's when I was like, all right, I got what I got. I'ma still rock with Homeboy, and there's some tracks on obviously Carter 4 that I mess with, and he has some Billboard hits on that one. But as a whole, the album wasn't great. It was all
Mm.
right. know, Carter 5, I can't even remember half that album. But I kind of felt the same way with this one too. Where like there's songs on excuse me, on Carter 5. Like for me, Let It Fly with Travis Scott is one that stands out, and he got a couple other tracks on there that I can't remember off the top of my head, but
Mm.
about maybe 3 or 4 tracks that I was like, I kind of feel like with this one is like 2 or 3 tracks that I'm like I could probably go back and listen to, but as a whole, like that album, just it was like you said, it was like, oh yeah, just throw it on there, throw that on there,
Yeah.
throw that. They outdated. The production was crazy. It just felt like this was when you see Ric Flair have his 22nd retirement match. You be like, bro, like, you want your 22nd retirement match, bro? You only supposed to have one. So like I'm not gonna say Wayne should retire, but at the same time, it's like your catalog before this was actually pretty solid and actually for me was replayable. This I'm just like this is when you start like just drop singles, drop an
Yeah.
EP, don't drop a whole
Singles,
album.
do some features.
Yeah, drop some couple of singles, do some features, and just let your feature stream do like 20 million streams. You'll still get paid off it. So like just 100 million streams, whatever. If you do it right, a single, like if you actually put all your effort into that one single and give it down and actually drop. Say he dropped like a single like every couple of months, tell a story with that
Hmm.
shit. And
Yeah.
that shit was crazy. You ain't got to drop an album. Like, just give us hot, like so well executed songs at this point in his career. I'm just like this shit right here.
Are you
And
surprised Drake's not on it?
um, I mean, Drake is kind of on it in a weird kind of
In the spiritual.
in a spiritual way. So I mean, yes, if he has a feature with Nicki, I obviously
Yeah.
that is kind of curious why Drake didn't have a feature. But hey, I don't know what's up with that, but uh, yeah, man, Wayne, bro, yeah, man, I love you, but yeah, you could have kept this one,
Yeah. What was the single for this joint? Like, what is?
man. I mean, Band for No, since you got the remix, I'm assuming that's probably one of his, I guess, feature songs. Are probably Peanuts and Elephant. It's probably the ones that he or probably label wise, you're probably gonna push. Uh, again, man, it's to each his own, and the fact that you're not a Wayne head and I am, and we're actually coming up to pretty much damn near the same conclusion about the album is disappointing. Uh,
Mm.
so I mean, y'all take it as y'all may when y'all listen to the album. Trust me, we're not trying to influence nobody's thought process on this album, but
Nah, man, go check it out for yourself, man. If you want to buy and support Wayne, hey, do that. It's just
we damn sure gonna keep it honest though.
yeah, it's just my opinion and how I feel about it.
Yes.
But
Yeah, and Bobby's the lyricist. Like he been on stage rocking the mic. I'm just a music head, so uh, y'all take that as y'all
yes,
may with a grain of salt. I'm not saying we experts, but I'm just saying like
no,
yeah,
Hey, shout out to Big Sean again. Shout out to Big Sean. To me, Big Sean had the best verse on the album. And that song, like I said, that Sharks, Cotton Candy, I will be adding to my Spotify playlist in the whip. So I definitely give it up for those two tracks. Everything else, hey, take it with a grain of salt. Um, hey man, Wayne, it's time. Why not just be Wayne, man? Let's drop a little, man. For this, I was looking for something like when Jeezy dropped a Young and came out with the
Mhm.
was that which joint was
Oh,
that with Vacation and Crazy World on it.
yeah, I think that
The
was
Recession. That
recession,
yeah,
and then
I was looking for that
kind of growth.
progression from Wayne, and yeah, it didn't. Nah, man.
Nah, because he's still going by Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
I
man,
think
drop
I
that,
think
man.
I think you just metaphorically just said it. Like
Yeah,
that's the thing. Because Lil Wayne it would brought the fame and fortune,
mm, true.
but
Think he's
I
trying to hold on to that.
absolutely because this album, or at least for me, the last three Carters, and he dropped the funeral album. I don't even remember that. He dropped something else. Look, we are not getting no ceilings mixtape Wayne no more. That no,
Oh no,
no,
no.
we are not. We are not getting Carter one. We are not getting 500 degrees. No, we are not getting block. No, that Wayne is gone. And for me to be a Wayne head and say this, I need my other Wayne heads to be honest. That Wayne is gone. Right? There's glimpses of it every now and then. But as in you talking about album wise, nah, that ain't there. That ain't there no
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we see other artists doing it. Like what was Eminem's last project? Like the death of Slim Shady. Like I'm done with that part of my life. Um, Killer Mike. The Michael man got 6 Grammys for that. For
more.
letting the folks in more. Like, I mean, I feel like if Lil Wayne put out a project like that, he could ride it to the sunset and like probably have a claim to that best rapper
God,
alive
who am
mantra
I?
again.
Boy, that goddamn Mike killed that motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, that earned all the accolades it got. Um,
Hey,
yeah, but that's what we got, man. On the what should we do? Scale of 10 or scale of 5, or we ain't gonna do Mike step. That's the sources. We ain't gonna
oh
do
no,
stars
oh
because
no,
everybody does stars. What we gonna do, man?
oh no. It's a three for me. If a 1 to 10, it's a three for me.
Ooh, so that's a 1.5 out of 5. That's tough. Um, I wouldn't even took that low, and that's crazy because you the Wayne head. I wouldn't out of 10. I'd give it a 5.5.
Mm. Yeah, you being generous.
5.5. Like I said, I mean the songs that I like, I really really like. Again, Sharks and Cotton Candy are that strong. Like if you had 3 more songs as strong as those two,
Yeah, it'd have been a
now
solid
now
album.
you talk about something.
Yeah, you talking about a solid album.
That gives you 5 strong songs out of 19 with a couple fillers and a couple. Okay, I can get through, but nah, bro. To me, you got 2 strong songs. I mean, I fuck with the intro. I can accept Welcome to the Carter. Bells, you damn near lost me completely. Uh, you redeemed it with Sharks, and if the band from New Orleans remix was on there,
And, that
you
was
would have had look at that you would have had 3 out of 4 songs that like kept that's right kept that level right there to take you into the Flex, the Island Holiday, the Loki's theme. If I play guitar,
okay.
the
So
penis.
so I'm with you. So say he does the actual band from No with actually Nikki as the original right
Right.
there at 6. I would flip right there, put Cotton Candy right there at 7. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I will put that right there. And then I'll probably get you at least to
No, he does not.
No, see, I can't
Nah,
do that off of just GP. I can't do that.
no.
I'm
See,
being
then he'll
honest.
stay mediocre, Auntie. See, no.
Exactly. See?
Then he'll stay mediocre.
Thank you. Thank you. You took the words right out of my mouth, bro. See, that's why you brought it. Yeah, man. This was great, man. I like this little breakdown and reaction of the Carter Six, man. This was dope, man.
Uh, and like again, like I said, you got those three. Then you can take that little break with those and come back with the Rory. Like I said, I'm not mad at Rory. Um, the Maria is how you feeling. Uh, I don't know how you can save the end of the album.
Just cut it off.
That's tough. He said, just cut it off.
No, I mean, no, but really think about it. No, but I'm saying you've been an artist. Track wise, really think about it. You don't need 19 songs. Like I appreciate the attempt to give us more than what you normally do, but all right, so cut it off at 14. All right. And what I'm saying is like master those 13 tracks with the intro.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I look at things differently when I'm looking at my albums, because like kind of like placement.
Mm-hmm.
Am I following something when you go from track 1 to 13 or 14? Like, where are you taking me? Like
Right.
I appreciate albums that are literally taking me on a journey from 1 through 13. Maybe I
Right.
look at things different. That's just me. I don't know.
No, if it's that, it's again that completely depends on the artist and like yeah, like I said for the amount of tracks. You got 19 tracks, really 18 because
Yeah,
again he's not spitting on the intro, so 18. So you got
yeah,
6 tracks, beginning, middle, end. And you're right. Like tell me a story, start the story, give me some plot twists, in the middle, and then finish the story at the end. And it's like there's no finish. It's we're here, we're there, um, we're everywhere. Pink elephants everywhere. uh,
I
versus
like
the
how
track like what was that last week on Audible when you had mentioned like Ti versus Tip. Yeah, when we were doing the 20 battles, you mentioned the Ti versus Tip album. Like that was
yeah.
a story. Like you had the tracks by Ti, you had the tracks by Tip, and then you had
Yeah.
the tracks that was where he's in and out of both characters.
Hmm.
He took you on a
That's
journey.
great.
You know what I'm saying
Yeah.
with those tracks, and this just doesn't do it, especially for how. Dude, I won't demean Lil Wayne to say he's trash. A lot of people say it like is what we expect out of Lil Wayne, and at this stage in your career, this ain't that. Like, just to compare, look at look at what Jay Z's doing. I only mention Jay Z because he's one of those guys up in age in the game. He's not
Hmm.
putting out anything that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like I'm not
Hey,
giving you bars for no reason. I'm doing something. There's a purpose behind it, and it's gonna make sense. Uh, what's up,
yeah.
Twitchbot? Uh,
So bots, I love them bots, bro. I love it. They like it.
yeah,
Love them.
yeah. There just wasn't any like saying Red or Killer Mike, the Michael album. Like at this stage in your career, that's the kind of journey we want to go. We expect from artists at that age. Yeah, when you're young, you can give me some mess like this. Because you
Yeah.
can make up for it. Now, man, you like Eddie Murphy in 1,000 words. You ain't got a lot of bars left.
Show down.
So don't waste them. Leaves
Show
falling
down.
off that tree, bro.
Yeah. Cause especially physically, the way you looking, Wayne, yeah, life, and bro.
Oh, too bad of it.
Oh,
Auntie
Ray Vaughn.
said, yeah, his album. Says she's not asking me anymore. I still haven't listened to
I'm about to listen to it. You know what, Auntie? As cause once we get off of here, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna hop on the PS5. No worries, I got you. I got
it. But hell, shit, we doing that time, man. We usually give y'all 30 minutes on Thursdays. Hey, Lil Wayne, hey, we gave y'all a little extra time because it's Wayne, Weezy
Yeah.
F, and
Where the F stands
yeah.
for failed album.
No moolah, baby. Uh, yeah, you heard it here from me. Mark gave the album a 3 out of 10. I gave it 5.5. Take it with a grain of salt. Listen for yourself, as always. Though, don't take our word for it. Check it out for yourself. Hit us up on social media. Let us know what you think, and come back and hit us with the comments. Say it's an EP and it's called the Dollar Menu. What the
Avon, Dollar Menu. All right. I'm popping that joint in when I'm on the PS5 tonight, Auntie. Because we going to talk about it tomorrow. I'm going to let you know. I'm going to let you know.
I would reach through this TV.
Nah, I'm going to let.
I was just talking what you said about Wayne.
Yeah, I know. I felt moolah, baby.
Weezy F, and the F is for failure. And the F is for flop. Nah, man. Shout out to Wayne. I mean, he's still one of the best to ever do it. You know, everybody hit that Jordan when they 40 time. You know, everybody can't beat LeBron at 40, right? So it is what it is. Whew. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with us though. Hey, shout out to everybody watching on X/Twitter. I don't know how the comments work on there, so I don't know if it come through or not. Let me check that out.
No, Twitter don't let you comment. They just watch.
Oh, that's bogus as hell.
Yeah.
Fix that, Twitter. What's going on?
Jay.
Jay. Just heard if I played guitar, I'm gonna leave it there. Yeah, man, it was just it was a foul tip, swing and a miss. He could have executed that. It could have been dope. Could have been dope. Just didn't. It's like Luther's curls. It just did.
Ain't quite.
So gonna try again tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, hey, get with us on the original Audible Sports Podcast tomorrow, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. We will be discussing. Let me find out who did this list because I got it written down so I can give correct information. Especially with the NBA Finals going on, and we love to do lists and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Did I put it here? Oh man, nope. I did it on my phone. The top 100. I'm telling who the Ringer. There it is. There you go. Came to me at the last second. Pause. The Ringer's list of top 100 players currently in the NBA. It's not an all-time list. The current top 100 players. We'll be reviewing that tomorrow on the big show. And maybe want to add something to that. Maybe because this 1v1 phenomenon going on right now. Lance and Bees had their 1v1 matchup for 100K or 200K, whichever one you want to believe. It got wild, so we'll give you a quick 5 1v1s we'd like to see, 5 each, because the top 100 list should take up a good chunk of the show. So yeah, come back to mess with us tomorrow for the big show. We'll give you that. As always, our shout outs and honorable mentions, and of course, Fit Friday check in. Check in with each other. So make sure you check in with your folks. And what you got for the folks before we get out of here, bro?
I mean, you know what it is. Y'all bring y'all asses back on here tomorrow. All right, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific. All right, you heard me. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, where I be's at. Hey, we getting it live, baby. We gonna be talking all kind of good stuff tomorrow, man. So other than that, y'all know what it is. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. I'll bring your asses back on here tomorrow. You did?
Yep. And of course, for the last time, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on, so the next time that we are here. And reacting to the. I mean, I think we're gonna bring back Street Beats next week. We got back by popular demand. We might have to bring back Street Beats. There's somebody I've been recommended to see in the Street Beats. Yeah, this comeback. Apparently, dude is the most hilarious fighter of all time. Uh,
Hey, 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 what was homeboy's name? The brother that was it was
oh,
crazy
what was
name,
his name?
and he
What was
ended
his
up being
name?
out. I can't remember.
SpongeBob.
Oh
SpongeBob.
yeah, SpongeBob, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
SpongeBob
damn, ain't T
knocking
why we
out.
rods?
He's
Damn. And
cutting
she
them
put a
rods.
she put an extra S on it, some extra S in rods.
See,
Auntie,
this is now your fault, Auntie. Just cause,
yeah.
just cause of that, we gonna end it like